Scentbird.
What's it called?
Scentbird.
Scentbird?
Scentbird.
Scentbird?
Scentbird.
What's it called?
Scentbird.
What's it called?
Scentbird.
Scentbird?
Scentbird.
What's it called?
Scentbird.
Scentbird?
Scentbird.
Brunch. Hit it, boys.
All right, we got to talk about it.
I hate you starting an episode. No, we can't. I'm sorry. I can't. You can't
All right.
do it.
All right. Well, I'll just go fuck myself. All right. That's
Yeah. Okay.
We're done.
All right. We were going to try out Pete starting an episode, and I was very professional about it, and I think you could all hear it. You're great at everything.
I'm great at everything.
You're great at everything, including it sounding weird when you start an episode.
I would have been great at starting the episode if you didn't interrupt me twice in a row, and then we had to re-record.
Well, you said, let me know when you're ready to go, and I said, okay, and I was about to start the episode. And
I didn't give you the heads up that I was going to start it. And so,
it's like calling an Uber, and then when they arrive, you're like, hey, okay, can I drive? And they're like, you know, like how this works, right?
Sorry, I thought that this was. I didn't know that you were hosting the show and I was just the sidekick.
No, but we can talk about that. No, now you're making me out to be a dick. This is like.
I thought that would just be a funny joke.
If you were to start the episode?
No, it's for me to be like, oh, I didn't know this was your show.
Oh no, it's for sure. It's both of our shows.
I can save my segue.
Did you think that wouldn't surprise me or shock people? Like, I bet if we
I've started episodes before.
Okay.
Yeah, like a small percentage.
Okay.
I would say maybe like a 10% episode starter.
I don't know. I'm pretty... I've got a real routine about me, and I feel like I would notice if...
I have started before. I can tell you that.
I believe that. I believe that. This is
Okay.
a very...
All right.
Now,
okay,
we started weird. I had a whole list of things really excited about.
We have the same list of things. We haven't thrown the episode completely off the rails, but
you really threw it off the
word.
You really threw it off the rails. You bit selfish move on your part.
Go ahead.
No.
It's
What was
balls in your court?
I'm just going to think of what you were going to say and then say that. Well, the bloodiest episode of Game of Thrones we've all been waiting for happened, and it was Barry.
But it was Barry. I said the biggest, baddest, bloodiest episode of TV that everybody's been waiting for, and I wanted to set it up like we were going to talk about the Game of Thrones episode that everybody was waiting for.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, just kidding, it's Barry.
That's what I just did.
Yeah, sick, man.
The Barry the Game of Thrones episode you've all been waiting for with all the blood, and Arya kills King Triton, and but it was a Barry episode.
You fucker. All right. Yeah, we're going to talk about Barry, but what did you want to say? Oh, you wanted to start
with a fit check.
Okay.
I was going to try to give that some momentum.
All right, let's continue the fit check. So
Why don't you tell us what you're wearing?
It's what we call a tease. Barry's coming later. I'm wearing gym shorts that I wore to the gym earlier today. First time I've been to the gym in about 2 weeks.
Really?
So, yeah.
Why?
Congrats me, because my life has been ruined by work.
My life's been ruined. I'm still going to the gym.
Well,
guess only one of us takes the gym seriously.
Yeah. Well, we saw this coming. You were going to get wide, and you were going to take from me for yourself. Well, this is going to be a theme of the episode, you taking from me to give to yourself.
Absolutely. Oh, God, no. You starting an episode is taking from me. That is...
Yeah, but then you took my thing.
It's like, thing. Okay, let me think. You are a star defenseman. You are a number one defenseman. And the game's starting. They're about to drop the puck, and you skate to the center, to the face-off circle. And they're like, yo, we're not saying you're better or worse than the center, but the center is the one who's usually taking the face-off.
All right. Oh, I'm wearing gym shorts and a T-shirt from Old Navy.
Nice. I have that exact same T-shirt from Old Navy. Cool. I'm wearing. What you got on your feet?
Oh, I got some Nike Dry Fit socks.
They're going just a little bit past the ankle. I'm going a little below the ankle. Although we both have picked black socks today. I'm wearing some Nike sneaks.
Credit to me. The left sock is on the left foot, and the right sock is on the right foot.
I don't understand the last I mean, maybe they've always been doing it, but sometimes people put L&R on their socks.
That seems to be like a somewhat new thing, I feel like.
I feel
I don't
like,
need you to tell me what socks to put my socks on.
And do you think, is there a difference between the two?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, who
I
cares?
think the only difference is... No, I don't,
this one.
Right, yeah, exactly. It's
Nike
on the
logo
inside or the outside.
Yeah.
But who cares about that?
Yeah, whatever. I think I can figure that shit out myself.
Yeah. I'm working with a T-shirt and some nylon. What are these? These are like what material would you call these? They're not nylon. They're like nylon pants if they had a little substance to them.
They're like athletic pants.
These are pants that I wear if I'm either running out for 1 second or if I'm going to the gym but not doing cardio.
Ooh,
it's the only use for these type of pants.
Good call. I also wear those as lounging pants.
Yeah, these are, as friends would say, they're apartment pants.
Podcast pants.
Yes. No. I had podcast pants once upon a time. Remember?
No.
They were blue joggers that just didn't... They weren't good enough to, like, wear out. So I wore them for podcasting, nice. And I wore them like 10 episodes in a row.
Also, you're not just wearing
and
any
then you
t-shirt.
Wore them one episode and swore that you always wear those pants.
That's not just any T-shirt. That's a property of Chicago, Windy City, Illinois.
Yeah, we got it at...
Walgreens?
It was like some corner store in Chicago and needed some type of Chicago souvenir. And I got it for somebody else, and I grabbed the wrong size, and it didn't fit them, and it fit me. I could have sworn I had grabbed a certain size, and it was
taken from other people and given to yourself. The theme of this episode
sounds like something you would do.
Yeah, Ellen has that same shirt, and she swears by it.
That's what I was getting it for, Ellen. It was the wrong
yes.
size. So I'm glad one of us got Ellen this shirt. Do you want to do Barry, or what do you want?
Let's do Barry first, because Barry was fucking wild this week.
Yeah, I'm waiting for someone to say something bad about that episode, and no one has, and it's annoyed me.
I've seen your complaints, and I get your complaints, but I'm not going to complain because that
great
episode was amazing.
It was a great episode, and it was wild and all over the place. If you didn't see it, basically, Barry goes to kill the guy that he's being blackmailed into killing, and it turns out the guy's a real martial arts master, so he kills him, so he thinks, and then the guy's daughter shows up, and she's a flying girl, and...
It's the entire episode is like a chase, and he's going for the guy, and then he thinks that he gets the guy, then the girl, and then he's chasing the girl, and then the guy's back alive. It's just one big chase.
Yeah, and it was exciting, and crazy, and thrilling, but I waited until the episode was over to form my opinion about it because a big part of me wanted it to be like it was all a dream thing, which is a cop-out that nobody likes. But I don't know. I think that the whole series to this point, and I've tweeted this a few times, so sorry if I'm repeating myself, is rooted in reality.
Right.
It's silly, and a lot of unrealistic things happen. A lot of unrealistic people exist in it, but it's rooted in reality. And I don't know, it was bittersweet
It's
to
kind of
see
just
an
like
episode
shattered that like floor or ceiling or whatever.
Right.
You
now it's
say.
just like a silly world with flying people, and
they could go like right back to reality.
Yes.
But it is sort of shattered that illusion that this is a very realistic show.
Not even very realistic, that it's based in the same world as the one that we know. So I don't know. I was very entertained watching that little kid. She deserves an Emmy.
Well, the dad does too. The dad was fucking. Both of them were awesome.
Yes, some great fight scenes. As I watched the beginning of it, I was like, "This is the first time Barry has had a really cool fight scene." And it was an awesome fight scene, and it lasted for so long that I thought maybe this will be the whole episode, and I am totally down for this being 30 minutes of a fight scene.
And I love fight scenes that are not like set to music that's like boom, boom, boom,
right.
boom. It's no music, and it's kind of just like a realistic fight scene where they fight for like 20
like
seconds.
A struggle, groaning, heavy breathing.
Pushing each other into stuff.
They Live, Pineapple Express are like the kind of pioneers of that.
And then they take like a minute breather.
Yeah.
And then they fight again for like 20 seconds.
One person tries to tell the other one to calm down, like, look, man, and then the other one lunges at him, and it just keeps going. And I would have been fine if that were the entire episode. I'm just torn about the little girl thing. I hope I'm cool with it being a device that they use like once the whole series, or maybe one more time down the road. But I think it would cheapen the show if at any point they could be like, okay, this person gets out of this because they can fly, or this person gets out of this because
I think that it's best reserved for like once we are completely caught off guard. Like this, like it worked this time. I felt like because it was like, holy shit, what the fuck?
Right.
So if it happens again in like 2 weeks, you're not going to be like, holy shit, what the fuck? You're going to be like, well, this is ridiculous now.
Yeah.
So maybe in like 4 years, where they've been doing realistic shit for 4 years, and then they just randomly sprinkle in an absolutely insane sort of dynamic to the show, then you'll once again be like, holy shit, what the hell? And it'll work.
Yeah. Do you think that Barry gets in trouble because he was?
We talked about
He was on camera where a big fight and then 2 deaths happened, covered in blood.
One's a cop, so like it's going to be investigated.
Yeah.
And the cop had been talking to Barry and investigating Barry's case. He's on camera. His blood is all over the crime scene.
That I don't think would pop up.
What?
That he was investigating Barry. That seemed like he was doing. Like I don't think
like he was doing it off the.
Yeah, I don't think his partners know. Anybody else knows about Barry. Similar to what's her face, to Moss. Like she just kind of.
Didn't the partner say that she was going to Cleveland with?
Oh,
him?
That's true. But she's an idiot.
She is.
They make that character
sure.
a real idiot.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he for sure should be caught. His blood is all over that guy's house.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I was thinking it was all over the supermarket.
It's all over the guy's house too.
Yeah.
You can shout out to the perfect blood goatee.
Yeah,
in the episode.
Yeah, I think they're Andrew WK fans over there because that's exactly what it looked like. But yeah, I thought it was a very, very entertaining episode, but I'm waiting for anybody to be like, oh, come on. I wish that they didn't have flying people now. As long as we don't see that girl again, I'm cool with it.
Okay. And by the way, 38 minutes was the runtime of that episode, because I had said, was Barry longer than a half an hour? Because it felt like longer than a half hour.
Yeah, but it didn't feel like an hour. And
yeah. So I'm assuming what happened is that Game of Thrones was 120 minutes, or
I don't
80
think they
minutes,
coordinate
80
that
minutes.
way. I don't
They
think
have
they
to.
coordinate it that way. No, they don't.
It's just like a convenient thing that like
You think they said, "Hey, make a 40-minute episode because on this day we're going to have
I think
80-minute
so.
episode"? No, those HBO shows start wonky times all the time because
Really?
of different varying lengths. Yeah, a lot of
well,
times
it's just
like
very convenient, I guess, that it was 80 minutes of Game of Thrones.
No,
and
I
then
mean they get him back on track by showing those little like hey, like,
featurettes.
yes, right. Like here's like 11 random minutes about train wreck. But yeah, they do that all the time. Where like Barry will start at when does it usually start? 10.
Yeah.
Where Barry will start at like 10:06 or something, or yeah, because Silicon. That's why so often when you go to watch something on HBO,
catch
you end
the
up
end of
seeing like
something else.
9 minutes of Ballers,
Yeah.
and you're like, why did I just do that? But yeah, I think that would take nut bars coordination.
I gotta say, the scene in that episode of Barry where his back is stitched up and the stitches rip was absolutely horrific. I just like there are very few things that I watch on TV and I have to like turn away and be like, oh my god.
Yeah,
that was one of them. I cannot deal with like stitches ripping. I can't deal with any teeth things.
Yeah, and they put when Fuchs put the glue on him, they do that. I know they don't they. If
What?
like if it's like a stitched wound or something,
You can
they'll
glue
put
it together.
some glue over it.
Yeah.
He just took an open wound and just like put a bunch of glue in it.
An all-time asshole episode for Fuchs.
Yeah. Oh, least surprising thing in the history of the series: Fuchs eats corn nuts. He's like, I'm going to run inside, maybe get some corn nuts or something. I was like, oh my god, you totally sit on a couch and eat corn nuts all the time, Fuchs.
Fuchs is for sure a terrible person. Just Barry bleeding out in his car, and he's lollygagging into the.
And he pulls up
first aid
right
station.
in front of the
with blood all over his face.
right. He could not make it more. The only thing that didn't make Barry in any sort of better situation all it did was just make it a little shorter walk for Fuchs to get in and out. Fuchs is the best, and that's probably why this show could do an entire 38 minutes without Hank or
that's wild.
Or Cuso, whatever his name is.
That's wild that this is maybe one of the better episodes of the series so far, and it had zero Hank in it.
Yeah, I mean, this will definitely go down so far as like the most notable episode, just because it's the most different from any of the others. But do you think that we see that girl again?
No, I doubt it.
Yeah, Barry has a very fun way of just not tying up loose ends, but throwing them away.
Yeah, just feel like we don't need this anymore.
Like there are so many loose ends between that the kid, the cameras, the blood, everything, and I feel like within an episode and a half, or maybe even half an episode, suddenly there will be no worries for Barry.
Yeah, it sounds like the next episode is going to be about the woman.
Which woman?
Like the scary ass woman.
Scary ass woman. Where was there a scary ass?
The scary ass woman with the Chechens.
Oh, I forget her name.
Yeah, I forget her name, but yeah, I think the next episode is going to be a lot about.
Good.
Her.
That means a lot of Hank.
True. Yep. Hank's back.
And so is your hair potentially. Did you know that 66% of men lose their hair by age 35? Some would call it gross. I call it natural. It's just a way of life. It's a thing that happens. And
it's real and it's beautiful.
And by the time, spectacular. And by the time,
it's beautiful, not gross.
Oh no, I thought were you referencing Seinfeld?
Yeah, but I substituted it with beautiful because you said gross. I'm just evening out the playing field here.
By the time these beautiful people start to notice their hair loss, it's too late. It's easier to keep the hair you have than to replace the hair you've lost. So if that hairline's slowly moving backwards and you're seeing bald spots, consider how's it going to look a year from now if you just keep it the way it is. I ask you, do you want a bald spot to pop up, or do you want to do something about it first? Do you want your hairline to recede, or do you want to do something about it first? Why do guys turn to weird solutions or do nothing when they can turn to medicine and science? The solution? That'd be forhims.com. It's a one-stop shop for hair loss, skin care, that's sexual good stuff for men. By sexual good stuff,
wellness.
That would suggest sex. I'm not suggesting that website is going to give you sex. It's going to make you sexually healthy. It's going to work. It's just going to work better. So it's going to motivate your you-know-what to do better. I'm going to motivate my you-know-what audience to use For Hims if they'd like. Thanks to science, baldness can be optional. Hims connects you with real doctors and medical-grade solutions to treat hair loss. Well, there are well-known generic equivalents to name-brand prescriptions to help you keep your hair. Snake oil pills in gas station counter supplements can F the frick off. Get it out of here. That's not what For Hims does. If you say one more time that Hims has anything to do with snake oil pills or gas station counter supplements, I'm going to freak out. It's just not true. It's a lie. Prescription solutions are backed by science, and that's what you get at For Hims. It's not snake oil. It's also not a waiting room. You don't have to go to one. There's no awkward in-person doctor visits. Save hours by going to forhims.com. So easy! Exclamation point is what it says. You answer a few good questions, then a doctor will review and prescribe you products that will be shipped directly to your door. Order now. Our listeners, Pete's listeners,
yes.
He thinks it's his podcast, get a trial month of For Hims for just $5 today, right now while supplies last. See website for full details, safety information. This will cost hundreds of dollars if you went to the doctor or a pharmacy. Go to forhims.com/Pete. What? No, it's forhims.com/brunch. That's forhims.com/brunch. forhims.com/brunch. Man, some of these people with their accusations.
Man, forhims.com. They bring the waiting room to you.
Forhims.com. I got to tell you about it.
Skip the waiting room and bring it straight home.
Speaking of sexual wellness, I need to pull up this story. It was on
Wired.
It was on Wired? Do you have
Wired. I do.
Nice.
It is Facebook wants to connect you with your quote-unquote secret crush.
basically, Facebook is still around. First of all, huge congrats to Facebook. There was a story recently that said within 50 years there will be more dead people on Facebook than alive people on Facebook.
Yeah, that's very generous.
But also, I'm like, in 50 years, there's just going to be more dead people than alive people. Period.
And
we're all going to be.
I mean, it's super generous to think that Facebook is going to exist in 50 years too.
Right. Yeah. People existing, reach. Facebook existing. Oh boy. Come on. So Facebook now is doing a thing that in theory I kind of like, but I've got thoughts on it. You list 9 people that you have secret crushes on whom you have secret crushes, and if you match up, they tell you, hey, you and so have a secret crush.
So basically it's like Tinder, but
with people you know.
You get to hand pick the people that you have a crush on rather than like waiting for them to come across your feed.
Right. Now, there's just in theory, we'll get to the issues in a second, of which there are a few. But that seems kind of cool. Like, I wish that when I were, I'm thinking this will work for like college students and stuff.
College
like people
students,
who have
even
like,
high school kids.
People who have like a friend group, you know?
Yeah.
As you get older, just not to spoil anything, young listeners, you don't have friend groups anymore. You don't have like a group of friends anymore. They go away. You see each other at weddings, and that's cool. But I would say that for high school, college people,
high school kids are probably gonna fucking love this because high school is always like, hey, tell your friend that did your friend like me? Did your friend like me?
That's middle school, no?
Yeah, both. I think there's like a lot of navigating middle school and high school being like, how do I tell this person that I like them?
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
So like I think that the Facebook thing will really help those people.
That's going to there's going to be a real spike in just couples, we'll say, in like high school couples. There's going to be a lot of them. Everybody now I feel bad if like high school kids now, like everybody's going to be coupling up. If you're a single person in high school now, it's going to be like the new being a single 45-year-old, where people are like, what did you do wrong?
Yeah,
what did you?
You're gonna have to, your parents are gonna kick you out and make you live in a studio apartment.
Right? Yeah, they're just like, man,
what a fucking loser! Can't stay in my house.
Right? Yeah, Paul is already 12 and has no kids. Nobody. Yeah, what's going on there? So I think it's like a cute idea for young people. Here are the things I don't like about it. One, when you're added to someone's list, it notifies you. It says someone has added you to their list. No,
I don't want to
save
know
it
that.
for the show.
Yeah.
Save it for once you've matched up to know that you've because now all that's going to do is just create anxiety like crazy.
Yeah, like, who is it?
Just
who
knowing
is it?
that someone had. I mean, it's bad enough. Back in my LinkedIn day, which was one day long before I realized LinkedIn was stupid, they'd give you alerts that said like 13 people viewed your profile today, and I was like, who was it?
And now
knowing like, hey,
sucks.
someone wants to have sex with you that you're not having sex with.
You know who else that's going to suck for? Not only the person that gets told that somebody has a crush on them, but like everybody interacting with them on Facebook, because then they're going to be like looking for the person that likes
trying
them.
to sniff them out.
So somebody's going to like your picture, and you're going to be like, oh, that person wants to fuck.
It's going to be like Love, Simon, except not a very bland movie. The other issue I have, and here's the big one, there are going to be multiple matches within the same friend group immediately. As soon as this thing launches, a girl is going to go to another girl in the group, or someone of the same sexual attraction level, whatever, is going to go to another one and say, hey, I matched with so-and-so as a secret crush. And then they're going to say, so did I. Because they're both, if you're putting down your friends that you like kind of have a crush on, then there's going to be overlap. So say like there were like 10 of us, we're in a friend group with 10 people, and we listed, it's a 9-person list, and we put down 9 people that we know on Facebook on whom we have a crush. It is guaranteed, or not guaranteed, but very, very possible, perhaps likely, that we would like match with the same people, and then it's awkward because then you have to pick.
Then it's like
okay,
fucking
now
Hunger
suddenly,
Games.
right now suddenly I'm forced to pick which of my friends I'm going to start dating, and upset another one of my friends when none of this would have happened before.
Yeah, it's this is a good point. And also, my thing is, there are so many people on Facebook. Like, are young people even on Facebook anymore?
I don't know who at all.
I have
is
no
on.
idea who's on Facebook, because you know who's not on Facebook? This podcast.
Yeah.
Neither side.
Have you not been on Facebook?
I deleted my Facebook like months ago.
Nice.
Yeah, but I made a joke about it immediately after the fact. I was like, oh, can't wait to log on to Facebook and find out my grandmother wants to fuck me.
Why?
Because, like,
Those the only
when you
people on
are on
Facebook?
Facebook, old people like use Facebook and use every feature of Facebook. I just constantly kept getting notifications being like, "Hey, this old person wants to play Candy Crush. Hey, this old person commented on your photo.
See,
hey, this
I think
old
I was
person
gone
wrote on your wall."
I think I was gone before Candy Crush. Like,
What about
Facebook-
Farmville?
no, Facebook has had so many weird iterations. Facebook is like South Park, where you're like, wait, what? It's been around for a long time, and it's what now?
Yeah.
What do they do now? And it's just so far-fetched and ridiculous.
I deleted my Facebook months ago, and then I got back on for like a day, and then somehow, some way, I got a text message, an SMS text message to my cell phone that was like, "Hey, this person that you haven't talked to in 2 years is celebrating a birthday today. Wish them happy birthday on Facebook." And I was like, absolutely not. I'm out of here.
Yeah, really, that was kind of the only thing that Facebook did, was be the birthday letter knower.
Birthday newsletter.
And that's cool, but I don't know, if I feel like A, it's not that big a deal to miss birthdays.
Nope.
And B, I've for the most part been seeing people's birthdays pop up anyway.
Now you see it on Instagram because everybody fucking posts, say,
oh, right. If you have any mutual friends,
Yeah.
then boom, there you go. You see I was thinking of doing that today, just taking a random person I know and posting like 18 pictures being like, to the silliest, grumpiest, craziest, most ridiculous, hungriest person I know.
Happy
Hey.
Wednesday.
Yeah. Or just like, fuck you.
Not a bad move.
Yeah. So, young listeners, I guess if you're using that new feature thing, let me know how it goes or something. Did you see the Anthony Jeselnik special?
I did not.
I saw him on this tour, and I got to say, it's not that good.
I listened to his podcast. I gave it a shot.
Yeah, how is it?
It's with the NFL guy.
Right, I know it's a football one, right?
It's slightly football. It's called the Anthony Jeselnik. I'm not going to even say it. I'm not going to give it a free promo. It's not very good. So
Yeah. It's
I'll tell you what, though.
what?
Caligula was fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, Caligula is amazing. Thoughts and Prayers is amazing. This one was I don't know. Maybe it's because I'd already
wearing off
seen
a little
it.
bit?
No, it's just like they're similar jokes to the ones he's making, but they're a little more predictable, I guess, and they're not as shocking. Like on his first two, he would have just some absolute whoppers, and this one was just a whole lot of meh. But I don't know. There was an interesting thing, and I think the New Yorker. It was an interview about like why he gets to get away with this stuff.
Because he's funny.
And he's like, no, he's just like, because it's what I've been doing. He beat political correctness, I guess, whatever it would be. He beat like this wave that we've had the last few years by like one day.
Yeah, that is true. It was just like nobody could call him on it because he was like, well, I've been doing this, and this is how I got famous.
Right. And also he's like a liberal guy who he had there are a couple of jokes.
He's done a lot of
I
community
guess.
service. He dated Amy Schumer
Right.
so that nobody else had to.
Man, Amy Schumer was so mean to Pete Holmes in that episode of Crashing.
She really was.
I'm like, man, why being so mean? Like, we could have been mean about Trainwreck. And we were, I guess.
Her and John
but-
Mulaney are the two meanest people on that show.
Yeah. John Mulaney actually
had a redemption arc, though.
John Mulaney is quoted in that Jeselnik piece as being a very pro-Jeselnik guy. But yeah, it's called Fire in the Maternity Ward, and it's just okay. I love Anthony Jeselnik, but not his best.
But you know what is the best?
What?
HelloFresh. HelloFresh is a meal kit delivery service that shops, plans, and delivers step-by-step recipes and pre-measured ingredients so that you can just cook, eat, and enjoy. It's simple. Trust me, it is simple. They've sent me things to my house, and I've cooked to them. It's very, very easy. I'm an idiot. I can't cook, so that should tell you all you need to know. HelloFresh makes conquering the kitchen a reality with deliciously simple recipes. They do all the meal planning, shopping, and prepping for you, so you can focus on a healthier you and a happier family, or just a happier you, because I don't have a family. Cooking is enjoyable and easy with HelloFresh. They give you fresh, pre-measured ingredients and easy-to-follow 6-step pictured recipe cards that are delivered to your door each week. They also send you all the meals come in like a box, like a freezer box sort of thing, and they send you an apron. I don't know if they send you an apron every time, but I've got several aprons now.
Really?
Yeah. I've just got a load of aprons. So thank you, HelloFresh. All the meals come together in 30 minutes max, and it calls for less than 2 pots and pans and requires minimal cleanup. And they're delicious. There's 3 plans to choose from: classic, veggie, and family, with the option to switch between when your tastes change. Enjoy fun menu features with HelloFresh's dinner to lunch, 20-minute meals, gourmet, and one-pot wonders, among more. So get those recipes and start cooking. I did mention that they've sent me one, so there's my personal experience, and it's very enjoyable. I love HelloFresh. It's one of I'm dead serious. It is one of my favorite sponsorships because they send food that I get to eat. So if you want to join HelloFresh, go to hellofresh.com/brunch80. That's brunch80. That'll get you $80 off your first month of HelloFresh. So hellofresh.com/brunch80, and there you go.
I've got to say, some of these food, not services, but like the clubs and like you can be on the diet where they send you the food and everything, getting a little out of control. I saw one.
There's like a subscription service to fucking everything now.
I saw one at in the break room of work the other day. Someone had just heated up their food, and like the outer cardboard sleeve thing was lying out, and it said on it, "Athletic chicken with whatever." And I had so many questions. Is the chicken athletic? That's the number one question.
Yep.
Is the chicken athletic? It's the name of the episode. Is the chicken athletic? Is it chicken for athletes? Because I'll tell you, I've had a lot of chicken in my day. It's like when Mitch Hedberg says...
Turkey Club?
No, he says, I'm not athletic. Probably the most athletic. He goes, I'm not much of an athlete. I mean... I'll drink Gatorade, but that's about it. And then he goes on to say, I'm such a non-athlete that if a doctor told me I had athlete's foot, I'd be like, no way, man, that's not my foot. He's so good.
R.I.P. The best.
Yeah. But yeah, there's like athletic chicken with whatever, and I'm like, man, you could have written athletic chicken with poison, and nobody's going to get to that part because they're just going to see the athletic chicken part, start asking questions, and then see what it tastes like.
It's just a chicken that wears a headband, sweatbands, and Fitbits.
Athletic chicken. That sounds like the name of a minor league baseball team for like a day. Where they're like, oh, on June 28th, the Omaha River Dogs are turning into the Athletic Chickens. Check out their hat design. And then Darren Rovell posts it, and everyone's like,
Shut
man,
up,
no
Darren.
one cares about this. And then like a month later, I see one of my friends wearing that hat, and I'm like, that is a pretty cool hat. And
what hat is that? Oh, it's the Athletic Chickens. It's
one day.
Yeah, or it sounds like a Andy's band in Parks and Rec. One of their name changes.
Athletic chicken band name. Call it. So the Sonic trailer came out, and everyone is very mad about it. It is a kids movie where Sonic the Hedgehog is a 11-year-old person in pajamas.
It's
in like a Target onesie pajama.
Yeah, it's a Snuggie.
It's the worst looking Sonic I've ever seen.
It's so weird looking. It looks like a combination like Brillo pad.
Yeah.
Just 11-year-old, like you said, who's wearing shoes, but is somehow really fucking jacked. Like has like vascular legs.
I'll tell you, I think that movies are starting to maybe figure this out, but I've figured it out. If you're making a movie with any sort of person, animal, whatever, that isn't exactly an animal that already exists,
right,
you should not put out a picture of it until the movie comes out. Because when you do, whether it's the genie, whether it's Sonic, whether it's Pikachu, whatever, people are going to freak out about how it looks, and then you've got to still put out this movie knowing that the only thing anyone has said about it is that they hate how it looks.
Yeah, but nobody complained about the Pikachu thing. Nobody's complained about the Pokemon.
Yeah, I think they've just called it stupid, and I'm like, yo, did you play Pokemon?
It's
the
very
stupidest
stupid.
fucking thing that ever existed.
But like, when the Pikachu trailer came out, I was like, holy shit, all these look really cool. Like, it's sort of unsettling how good they look, but nobody was like blasting the Detective Pikachu movie.
So mainly it's the blue people and animals.
Yes.
The genie and Sonic. But Sonic looks really, really bad. Jim Carrey plays Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, everybody is 100% out on this movie. I'm like 15% in.
I'm more excited about this movie now after I saw the trailer than I was before, because it looks like an absolute piece of shit,
right,
but it's going to be hilarious.
Right, it looks like it could be hilariously bad. The only thing that makes me worry about it is the when they say, "Oh, the doctor thinks that you're basic." I'm like, "Oh man, so it is
going
really
to pander."
Stupid. Yeah. It's
it's going to be all the jokes in the trailer are pretty fucking terrible.
Yes. But I tell you, Jim Carrey, I don't hate Jim Carrey as a Dr. Robotnik.
Me neither.
I just wish that they would make him gain weight and make him shorter. Because Dr. Robotnik was like a
little fat, pudgy
stumpy
guy?
fat guy.
But at the end of the trailer, they show like the Dr. Robotnik that the different looking one with the big ass mustache and bald. Yeah, so there's like two different Jim Carreys in that trailer.
Oh, okay. So maybe he's the one that like interacts with the humans.
I think this is like a Dr. Robotnik origin story.
Hell yeah, I'd be in on that. Sonic. I can't say it's underrated because it was very, very popular, but I think that Sega Game Gear was very, very underrated. You could play the Sonic games on there. It had ridiculous graphics for a handheld thing. It came out like the same time as Game Boy. Game Boy was like Tetris. And then here comes Sega. Was it? Yeah, Sega Game Gear with like a color TV screen with all these unbelievable features. Very underrated. Also, Sega Dreamcast, underrated.
Didn't play either of those. Sorry. I want to know why Jim Carrey decided that this would be the project that he's basically like coming out of retirement for.
Yeah, has he been dormant for a while?
He's just been painting political pictures.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a painter.
Doesn't he? No, he has an HBO show.
Does he?
I think so. I forget what it's called. Yeah,
I don't know about that.
Oh, people who I wouldn't think would have TV shows have TV shows.
Everybody has a TV show.
Yeah, like Kevin Bacon has a TV show.
What?
Doesn't Jim Carrey have a TV show?
I don't think Jim Carrey has a TV show.
I think he does.
I think you're making this up.
Maybe
that guy's
not,
just been painting pictures and like I saw him on an
maybe
episode.
it's on HBO. Speaking of premium television, huge congrats to The Chi for being picked up for season 3. Absolute no-brainer. This season has been very, very good. They have handled everything perfectly. Papa hasn't been overdone. He was so great the last episode. The last episode was it was picture day at the school, and that was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. It was so great.
I have to get back into it. I never finished the first season. I'm sorry. I'm sure Lena doesn't listen to this podcast anymore, but I didn't get through the first season. I thought that it took a dip like halfway through, and then I kind of gave up.
It had like a couple quiet episodes in the middle of the season, and I think that's probably when you jumped out. But it was I don't know. It's easy to jump out of good shows without necessarily thinking that they're bad. Like you have other stuff to do. But yeah, I think I took a little break from The Chi and then got caught up, and I was like, okay, this is awesome.
There are way too many TV shows now. I think that we have to like come together and either like have like one of those Thanos snaps where half of them just disappear.
Yeah.
Or we have to figure out a schedule that we can put all these out and not get overwhelmed because there's just way too many fucking shows.
Did you think that? Have you seen? I think you should leave yet.
I have watched it all. Yeah.
Oh man,
that's the first. That's the first season of television that I've gotten through in a long time.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, the series is about
like binge watching
an hour and a half. It's like max, right?
Yeah, like the episodes are like
it's
15
like
minutes
six
long.
15-minute episodes. Don't know how to do that math. Let's see, 6. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. No, so
that'd be an hour and a half.
Yeah, so yeah, right. So it's like basically the whole thing is an hour and a half. So it's like watching an episode of SNL, and it is hilarious. My favorite two ones are "Has This Ever Happened to You?" when he does the it's like the lawyer. Going after like class action stuff.
Yep.
Like that was hilarious. And the other one was the car focus group with the ridiculous Italian man.
I loved I like the honk if you're horny. I think that might have been the funniest one for me.
What was that?
Where it was the guy behind him in his car, and he had the honk if you're horny bumper sticker, and the guy just kept following him the entire time and was slamming the horn, being like, "Ah, I'm so horny!"
Yeah.
And it basically just followed that guy around for days.
Yeah. Tim Robinson is an interesting one because he is very, very much a one-trick pony. It's everything he makes is just like
fucking ridiculous.
It's like a normal thing is happening, and there's one person who's making it very, very weird, and then by the end of it, everybody is on board with the person who's making it very, very weird. The thing where Steve Young is opening presents,
yes.
And they turn when the guy stands up and he goes, "Let's get out of here, everyone. This place is covered head to toe in shit." When like 15 seconds earlier, he was just as like
horrified,
weirded out by like, why is this guy acting so weird?
We did talk about it in the group chat, but Tim Robinson goes back to the poop thing a little too much.
Yes. Only, the biggest complaint with him, if he didn't have fart jokes and poop jokes, he would be so much better.
And specifically, he calls it mud pie like 18 times.
Right, which I understand. He's trying to do some callback humor across like things that aren't connected at all. But that's not that. That wasn't funny in the first place, man.
What was the first mud pie thing reference?
I think it's Has This Ever Happened? It's like they're going back and forth, taking mud pies in your and then he says mud pie. I think it's that same episode where they're opening presents.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I think it's back-to-back skits, maybe.
Yeah. There are a couple misses. I think Vanessa Bayer was misused. That's a huge bullet to have in the chamber. She was on SNL.
No, I know who she is, but who was she in the show?
She was the group out to brunch, posting stuff on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
That was such like a very very lame premise.
Who is? So I was thinking of Cicely Strong. Is Cicely Strong in?
She's in Cecily.
Cecily. Whatever.
Yeah, she was in. I thought she was good. She was in the one with the magician.
Oh yeah,
she divorces the guy because he makes a joke about him on stage. That's hilarious.
That's so fucking.
I did
funny.
like how that comedian was playing it. He was like, "Oh nope, wrong again," and then he's like, "Jesus, would you follow along?"
He was so mean.
God damn it, you're wrong again. That was hilarious. I loved it. I've watched it probably 3 or 4 times. There are a couple that I gloss over. Like the honk if you're horny one, apparently it didn't register huge with me, but I do remember it as being funny. The stuff with the guy from Detroiters being like Terminator,
I didn't get that.
Didn't really care for that.
Nope.
I did like
the baby show.
Yes, right, exactly.
Yeah, the baby pageant. So fucking funny.
I'm very mad that we didn't think to do an in memoriam where it says how they died.
Yeah. All just like the fucking most brutal deaths. Too.
Yeah, they're like, it starts, it's like so and so, heart failure. And they're like, it's not supposed to say why he died. Just shut up. It's like hit by a car. Just terrible stuff. Yeah, so if you haven't watched that, I mean, we basically recapped that show.
There you go. Twice.
In the last 10 minutes. But, yeah, it was fantastic. What?
We got a little thing here.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do well with birds on this show. But I'll tell you what.
What's that?
We got a new bird.
A new bird? Papa's got a brand new bird?
Got a brand new bird. Scentbird.
What's it called?
Scentbird.
Scentbird?
Scentbird. It actually says in the read here, emphasize the T in Scentbird because
I was gonna say,
name is difficult to hear.
Really?
Yeah, it says that.
So you didn't intentionally say it like kind of like B- the first time?
No.
I legitimately did not hear. I could not tell what you were saying.
Okay, well, there you go. They're on their stuff here. Emphasize the T.
Why wouldn't they just make it a different name?
Scentbird. Hello. It is a subscription service. We know we just talked about those. Subscription service for colognes and perfumes.
Ooh.
What if your great taste is also expensive and you don't want a shelf of half-used bottles, you might ask? Well, Scentbird has found a way. Scentbird has found a way
Thank you.
to allow you to have great taste without breaking the bank. Whether it's Versace, Gucci, Dolce & Gabbana, Scentbird.com keeps you smelling good month after month. I've got some personal experience. I've got some personal experience with Scentbird.
Great.
They've sent
Yes.
me.
Yeah.
Sent SENT me.
Thank you.
Some scents SCENTS. They've sent me some scents, and it's great. It really is. They send you these little bottles. Shut up. They send you these little bottles.
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 No, bottles.
And you can
T's.
pick whichever ones you want. You can mix up your cologne routine, all that. Scentbird is a luxury fragrance subscription service and a way for you to discover new colognes and perfumes without buying an entire bottle. They have more than 450 designer brands for you to choose from month after month. Choose the cologne that you want, and they'll send you a 30-day supply. That's 120 sprays, enough to apply more than 4 times a day for a month. Not sure what scent you're looking for? You can sort through them by brand, occasion, season, style, and more. And with this exclusive offer, brunch listeners can get 50% off their first month today. That's only $7.50 for your first fragrance. Go to scentbird.com/brunch and use promo code BRUNCH for 50% off your first month. That's Scentbird, SCENT bird.com/brunch. It's funny because it spells out the scent but doesn't spell out the bird.
Right. Scent.
You get it? It's funny.
What do you think of mixing up it says you can mix up your fragrances. What do you think of that move?
Yeah, I don't know how much I like that.
Yeah, I would gotta say, outside of the read, we've done the read.
Yes.
Do exactly as they say.
Yeah.
I don't know about going with a different
company.
scent. I don't know about going with a different scent from day to day.
They sent me like 4 or 5 of them, and what I'm doing is I'm basically just plowing through them and not mixing and matching.
Yes, exactly.
You have to keep some
don't mix your
consistency
drugs
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to.
You don't want to,
because you want to get credit for this. If you smell nice, you want to get credit for it. If you smell a different way every time someone sees you, no one knows if that's you.
That's true.
It could be anybody. You got to lock down that signature scent.
But if you like to live on the edge or something, and you got a girlfriend and you're like using this same perfume all over the time, mix in a new one, and then she'll think she's cheating on you with you.
Ooh, so you spray yourself with perfume?
Yes, yeah.
Nice. Or
no, I'm just saying you use a different scent.
Oh, okay.
And then she feels like she's making boogie with somebody else.
Another cool thing, making boogie, love that. Another thing you can do is buy a scent that would be appropriate for your significant other, and just like spray them when they're sleeping or when they're not looking or something. That could just be a fun thing. Pete and I, no strangers to spraying each other.
That's
with
true,
cologne.
with cologne.
So, like, ladies, if you're on a date with your fella, maybe just bring a bottle of cologne. Just like hit him with it, and then when he goes home, he smells close. Be really confused.
I kind of want to dive back into this read because it says you can sort colognes based off of occasion. Is there an occasion cologne?
I have a cologne for 2 occasions. One is for if I'm wearing cologne, and one is for if I'm not.
There you go.
The one that is if I'm wearing cologne is Bay Rum. The one if I'm not is deodorant.
There you go.
That's it.
Yeah, I think that there are definitely casual colognes.
Like a mild cologne.
Yeah. I wouldn't call that an occasion though. I think that I would call that like a style of cologne, maybe. Because there's definitely like a casual and like a more businessy cologne or something.
Yeah.
But when I think of like a cologne for every occasion, I'm thinking like they sell funeral colognes.
I feel like we could make money by making a cologne that is thick.
Well, you're wrong
That's
because
just-
you started off with I think we can make money.
With a it doesn't need to be better, but if something's a different version of something that already exists, people are just like kind of on board. So what I'm thinking is a cologne that's like either a gel or like a cream or something that you like rub on, and you can sell it in a tub, so you have to carry around a bottle that's like the exact same size. I bet that if you saw
more convenient.
I bet that if you were like Nordstrom or something and you saw cologne that was in a little jar or a tub, you'd be like,
that's different. I
"What's
want
this? It's $200? Oh god, that's got to be incredible."
That's what Shark Tank should be. We should make a habit of going on Shark Tank and just
things that
following-
already exist and then just
No.
make them different.
No, we should watch somebody else's presentation and then we should come in after them and be like, well, yeah, what that guy said, but here's a little different spin on it.
Yeah, although that's too similar to the joke that The Office did so many times that was never funny, where Dwight or Andy would say something, and then Jim would say, "What about if we did this?" And he would say the same exact thing, and then the other person would get annoyed. That's a joke they did so much, and it was never funny. They did it when they were coming up with the classy stuff for Michael's like
Bar mitzvah.
15-year anniversary, whatever it was at The Office. It was the episode that Charles Minor came. Yeah. Yeah.
Guess what I did this week?
What?
I bought a movie for like the first time in years.
Hell yeah. You bought
Chef.
Jeff.
I bought it at like 2 a.m. because I was depressed and I wanted to watch Chef really, really bad. And it wasn't on Netflix, which it usually is. It's usually always on Netflix.
That's a tough one to have to buy, I'll be honest.
It is, but I feel better about my life knowing that Chef is always in it now if I need it.
Yeah, Chef is one that Chef is one that's assumed is always available to you. But I guess it isn't if they take it off
really
Netflix.
should be.
I've watched that movie on Netflix 400 times.
Yeah.
I kid you not.
But that's the reason that I was willing to buy it. It was only $10, and I know that I'm going to watch it a million times.
Yeah.
It is like one of the most rewatchable movies of all time.
Oh,
It's
definitely
so cute.
Definitely.
It's just like one of those feel good. Again, the reason I bought it is because I was depressed, and it's one of these like feel good.
Cute movies are the ones with the most rewatchability. Like there's a reason why we've seen Mamma Mia 7 billion times, Paddington a bunch of times, Sing Street when it came out, I was told for like a year to watch it, and a year later when I watched it, I watched a zillion times until it was taken off Netflix. The key to rewatchable movies: cuteness.
By the way, Sing Street is heading to off Broadway.
Really?
Yeah.
What is? You're gonna have to explain that to me. I don't know anything about plays.
Well, it's a play now.
So it's heading to off Broadway. What does that mean?
So it's like it's going to be in New York, but not on Broadway. It's just like one of the offshoot theaters.
Oh, so like a bootleg play?
Yes. No, it's
they're gonna do like a bootleg. No, like I'm down. They're gonna do.
It's a legitimate theater, but it's not on Broadway. It's where a lot of Broadway plays start.
Yes. Okay.
And then they move
get
to
there.
Broadway. So, and it's from the creators of a different play that was really successful and started at that same theater.
I thought you were just gonna say it's from the creators of a different play, and I was like, all right, so they got some experience. so at least people are working in the right field.
You know this movie that's coming out? It's from the creators of a different movie.
I mean, literally, that's what our president is.
That what?
I was saying that if you were to say that you were saying that people who make plays made this.
Yes,
and I was like, well, that's good. I would hope that people who make plays were involved with it. Trump got elected by being like, you know what? I'm not a responsible politician.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, okay,
that sounds good. We need that. So Chef is in my queue now. I've already watched it twice.
Hell yeah.
And it's just like I cannot tell you enough how much I love Chef. It's all food porn.
Yeah.
It's just the cutest movie ever.
It's friendship. It's just
parenting.
It's great bonding.
Jon Favreau.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
Gary Clark Jr.
Yeah, I was going to text you. I was watching it at like 4 a.m, but I was going to text you that I forgot that Gary Clark Jr. was in the movie.
People love pointing that. I mean, I just did it, but people love pointing out that Gary Clark Jr. is in that movie.
And Friday Night Lights.
That is, right. Yeah. That is Chef's, Gary Clark is Chef's real boat.
That's true, yeah.
It's like, well, I know that you saw the movie, but did you know that Gary Clark Jr. was in it?
Yep. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Any depressing movies? I mean, depression movies?
You asked me about that, and Chef more recently is probably it, but I've never actively watched a movie because I was sad.
Really?
Other than 500 Days of Summer. If I was
That's
in like
a
a gloomy
one.
movie, a gloomy mood in my younger days, I would always watch 500 Days of Summer.
But doesn't that make
but
it
not
worse?
necessarily like I'm sad, so I'm going to watch this. But yeah, the two ones that would come to mind would be Chef and 500 Days of Summer. I'm more of a listen to. I don't know. I'm more of listen to music for everything.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think right now at the top of my list would be Chef and Mamma Mia. I watched both this week.
Yeah, with Mamma Mia too.
Yeah.
One of my good friends recently was they were talking about movies and they were saying that they liked Love, Simon, and I was like, oh man, was it all of the not exciting parts that were so good? And I was like, here are my 10 favorite movies from last year because we had it on the blog, and one of them was like, wait, Mamma Mia 2? Are you serious? You liked that movie? I was like, when was the last time we? Yeah, when was the last time we spoke? That was the best movie in the world, and it got me in a Mamma Mia 2 mood. I haven't rewatched it yet because I've just been watching basketball and hockey nonstop. But I got to get back on that Mamma Mia 2 life.
I convinced Ellen to watch it I've been trying for.
Had she not seen it?
No, and she was like, I want to see Mamma Mia 1 first. I was like, you don't need to do that.
Yes.
You don't need to do that. It's not a very good movie. Don't waste your time. She's
Yes,
like,
and it's going to put you in a bad mood to see it.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got
got
through it.
I think it gives you a better appreciation for Mamma Mia 2, though.
But yeah, but I don't know how we got not through the movie, but how we saw the preview for Mamma Mia 2. We were like, this looks like an incredible movie. So then we saw Mamma Mia, and both agreed it was junk.
Yeah.
How are we still excited? Like, was the rollout for Mamma Mia 2 so strong that we were still very excited to see it? Because I remember I saw it like opening morning.
I think we were just pot committed
before.
I think we were just pot committed.
Yeah,
we
we've already seen
Mamma
the
Mia
first
is
one.
going to be our thing. We already spent 2 hours watching Mamma Mia, the first one, so might as well just pretend like this is the best movie ever, no matter what.
Yeah. If you guys don't follow ... on Twitter, I highly recommend it. I think it's ... blog. It's a picture of Ruby, and it's all it is Mamma Mia 2 or NBA themed Mamma Mia 2 memes. I should say Mamma Mia 2 themed NBA memes, and it's incredible. They're all so funny. It's I don't think it has a lot of followers, but man, get it on the ground floor on that because that's hilarious.
Is the chicken athletic?
In the suburbs I learned to drive, and they told me we'd never survive. Grab your mother's keys, we're leaving. You always seem so sure that one day we'd fight in a suburban war. You're mine, so we're standing on the opposite shore. But by the time the first bombs fell, we were already bored. We were already bored. Sometimes I can't believe it. I'm moving past the feeling. Sometimes I can't believe it. I'm moving past the feeling again. Blue jean baby, LA lady. Oh, she's a seamstress for the band. I wish my band had a seamstress. Pretty eyed, pirate smile. Too bad you'll marry a music man. Oh, ballerina, you must have seen her dancing in the sand. Oh, and now she's in me. How does that work? Always with me. Tiny dancer in my head. Tiny dancer. Oh, I like your one piece. I like your one piece too. But how it feels so real, lying here and no one near but only you. And you can hear me, and I say softly, oh, slowly, oh, hold me closer, tiny dancer. Get off the headlights on the highway. I'm playing my nipples, rolling down in sheets of linen. Oh, you had a busy day today. Merry Christmas, Satan. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. Oh, got the headlights on the highway. Oh, lay me down in sheets of linen. 100-count motherfucker. You had a busy day today. Oh, I'm gonna get some free pizza. Oh, can I have one of those fancy martinis with foam on the top? I got my brand new C-car.